evening, we're moving on with our learning about the past of the just. And we said that the first step is to look at our actions. And we said that in order to bring ourselves to the point that we examine our actions and we calculate what is the right thing, what is the wrong thing, in order for us to measure our actions, first we need to know what is bad and what is right. So the first step is to look at the world and to make it clear in our minds, what do we define as bad? What do we define as good? Where would we like to find ourselves? What is the ideal image of a woman, in my opinion? After I know what I defined as bad and what I defined as good, or what is the truth in the world and what is not the truth in the world, after I know that, that is when I can go and examine my actions. And then this is what we do. We go and we look at every single thing we do during the day, every single step we make, and we think, if I know what is right, then I know what is wrong. If I know what is the truth, where do my actions meet the truth? That's what we should ask ourselves. And then in the Talmud it says something very interesting. It says, נוח לו לאדם שלא נברא יותר משנברא. ועכשיו משנברא יפשפש במעשיו. What does it mean? There was a debate in the Talmud. Is it good that we were born or not? Every soul, is it something that we should, is it better for us to be born, or was it better for us if we wouldn't have been born? So the conclusion that they get to is that it would have been better for us if we wouldn't have been born, because they say when we were soul, we were in the heavens, and we were pure and we were clean. Then we come to this world where there's so much we can do, there's so much good we can do, but also we can waste our time. We can waste our time doing nothing, and it's not something that we want to do. When we look at our lives here, we can either do amazing, amazing things and amazing acts of kindness, and we can change, literally, we can change the world, or at least we can change our environment or the people around us. We can influence, we can do good things, or we can spend our days sitting on our bums watching TV and just let the days pass by. And then when you're 70, you look back and we can ask ourselves, oh, what have I done in my life? So they say it's easier for a person to waste his life than it is to make his life significant. And therefore, maybe it would have been best or better for us if we wouldn't have been born, because in this tricky world, it's very easy to fall. But they say, you know what? It would have been easier, or it would have been better for us if we wouldn't have been born. But now that we're here, the thing that we should do is to lefashpesh b'masav, is to go and look at our actions and to examine our actions and to change them. That's what we should do. And the pasuk, when it says to examine our actions, it uses the word yefashpesh, and there is another opinion that says it's not yefashpesh, it's yemashmish. And what is the difference between yefashpesh and yemashmish? So there is a difference. Yefashpesh is when you have, let's say, a mixture of things, and then you divide them. This goes here, this goes here. You have a pile, and you look amongst those things. So they say you have your actions. Let's say, imagine you have a basket with all of your actions, the good ones and the bad ones. Separate them. Separate the good ones from the bad ones. And then it says yemashmish. What is yemashmish? Yemashmish is when you take one thing and you examine it like this. You check, you feel it to see its worth. So it says, so what can we understand from that? And they say, Netivot Shalom, no, not Netivot Shalom. Yeah, Netivot Shalom. No, Mesilat Yesharim, sorry, the path of the just. It says that both those words are very, very accurate, because what we need to do is, first of all, yefashpesh. First of all, we need to go through our actions, through the things we do, through our deeds, and we need to look what is right and what is wrong. We need to separate the bad things from the good things, the bad things, the things that we feel that are far away from the truth. We should avoid them. We shouldn't do them at all. And the things that are good, we should stick to them. We should do more of them. We should try to make them greater and bigger. And then the next step is the mashmish. The next step is after we pushed away the bad things and we decided to do only the good things, then every single good thing we do, we need to feel it. We need to see its worth. And we need to take every single good action that we do and try to think, how can we do it better? Was there maybe a bad side to my good action? For example, if a person gives charity, but it's not really because he wants to do an act of kindness, but because people are looking at him and he says, oh, if I now give this bill or this coin to this poor person, it's gonna look so nice from the side, or we can take such a beautiful picture of that. So that's a good action, but it has a little bit of a bad side to it because he didn't do it pure heartedly. You had another intention to your good action. So he says, Yefashpish, we need to examine our actions. We need to see what is good and what is bad. We need to avoid the bad things and obviously go to the good things. But on the other hand, also, we need to take every good action we do and look at it. How clear is it? How pure is it? And then they say we should look at it like people that bargain, like people that own a business and they have money, and when they go through their business, they always have to look around. They always have to see what they're doing. If they see things that are bad for their business, they would avoid them. If they see things that are good for their business, good opportunities or things that will make them gain, then they go to it. And every single good thing that they do, then they check it. Could I have done it better? Is there something that maybe I should have done differently? So also we should treat it like a business because our actions they're so valuable. They can change the world. They can change us for better or for worse. So they're valuable. They're like pearls. They're like diamonds, and we should measure them. We should treat them very carefully. And if there's something that is bad for our business, that is bad for our world, for the world, something that is bad for ourselves, we should avoid it. And if there's something that is good for us and for the world, we should do more of it and try to purify it, and try to bring it to the highest level possible. Thank you. Have a good evening.